Okay, that's how you should, you know, that's how this deck should work. That's how this deck should work, bro. That is, you know, that is pretty strong, I would say. Let's go. That's a lot of stats yet again for him to deal with. Even a projector orb, like, might not actually solve things out. Yeah, it's pretty good. Sorry about that. Nice, bro. Nice nostalgia zone. Oh my god. Instant GG. Instant GG, bro. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Have you ever seen or even thought of the combo? Oh my bro. Who else would try it if not me, right? I'm showing it one time. That is how you win games right now. How are you doing there? This dude will have nightmares today. That was not even close, right? Top 100. So today we're playing this deck, which is a new edition of a Rainbow Shaman. Whoever thought that I will even speak of a rainbow after like half a year of a Razzle-Dazzler being like nerfed to dust, right? The Rainbow Shaman was out there for quite a while. We played it for like a half a year. When a Razzle-Dazzler was huge, it was like 6 mana, even after 7 mana nerf, it was kind of like still an OP card because we had a lot of you know, ways to trigger different spell schools, and Molten Magma was kind of like on a blast there. It was attacking a face and it was doing a lot of damage, and paired with an unnerved Ethereal Oracle, it was kind of like, you know, destroying everything that was out there on the ladder for some quiet time, right? But as far as this right now, this deck specifically has a Velen, has Astrobiologist, has a Farseer Nobundo, has Nebula. So the idea here pretty much is a combo of you getting an Astrobiologist out early enough and getting some kind of like extra spells and all of the good stuff. After that, like, you go with a Farseer Nobundo and you hopefully get something like a Nebula out of it, right? Well, hopefully, but overall, even if a Frosty Décor is stuck in a Farseer Nobundo, no problem whatsoever. Turn 7, you have a Velen to gain these Death Rattle yet again. And after that, like, a turn 7 Nebula is kind of like, you know, not really far out, right? So after, like, you play a Velen on turn 8, you kind of like trade it off. And you have another Lance overall opened for you, and you can get a Nebula. Plus, like, you know, that is something that you can actually draw with a Hagatha, and drawing a Nebula with a Hagatha is kind of like what you want, but sometimes it's like not really works that efficiently with a Farseer Nobundo, so you have to keep that in mind. Well, you know, it's obviously always pleasant to hire two copies of a Nebula from a Hagatha, and getting a Hagatha early enough in the game overall, but still that is kind of like a good set. And then here is like a new juicy card which is Merithra. This card can actually like resurrect the full board of huge guys, and can actually you know, resurrect all the Nebula guys overall for you, and can actually resurrect like a zillion access. And considering, like, you know, that you have a pretty strong setup overall, like it's S-less, all of that good stuff, you're kind of like a control-ish deck, and you might even steal something with above the Bartender. You might have a lot of Nebulas for a full board of goodies, right? So this deck is kind of like all you know, all around the combo variations that were pretty strong in a Rainbow in a Shaman overall, right? But for quite some time. But this deck is kind of like performing pretty well right now. It's about like 60% win rate. It doesn't have like too many games. It has like under 100 of games with it, with a kind of like 60% win rate. But it's something that I wanted to try, because a Razzle-Dazzler is a really, like, you know, is a thing. I love like how Razzle-Dazzler played before in previous metas, and I still think it might be a really valuable card And it's kind of like, you know, what an F of you, for example, DK lacks right now. Razzle-Dazzler is there because you don't really have like these strong triggers anymore, and it was kind of like slow at some point before, and now it's like a little slower because you don't really have like all of those cool triggers. But as far as this right now, we have to try it out. And if you didn't think of this deck, if you like what I do right there for you guys, make sure to hit that like button, sub to the channel, and maybe you will find like yourself, you know, enjoying some more content overall. But for now, let's jump right in. Oh, a hunter. But don't tell me that is an imbue. Well, I don't even know what is better though. Head buffer and imbue against this deck. This deck is really heavy. I'm not sure. Well, I guess an imbue is obviously a nail in a coffin. Like an imbue, I don't really have anything to do with an imbue except like I don't know, like except kind of like tiring his resources, but how? Like a King Plush will just erase a Nebula, right? It was alive still. How do you survive like till that? Maybe Incindius? Razzle-Dazzler, right? But yeah, still it still erases, right? I'm not sure though. Okay, we can go out. You know, why not? Let's do that for now. Let's do that for now. Let's have some fun out there, right? I'm thinking too much. Maybe that is kind of like a hand buff and he will not have a good start. Hero power, interesting. Okay. Well, Typhoon is good and all, but no. Against an imbue, Spirit of the Forest is not really strong. But I mean, what else, right? Maybe I should just like don't think, just play. Well, maybe that is like, you know, maybe that is what I have to do here. Don't think, just play. Let's go. Oh, let's go. Plus 4 health. Oh, that is actually really good. This is good too, by the way. Tier 4, drawing Nebula. Sounds decent though. I don't really want that Nebula. I kind of want the Frosty Décor here. But Observer of Mystery is just like too juicy. It might draw us cards, it might just like disrupt his turn, so it's a good stuff. Let's go for it. Oh, so that is a hand buff. Okay, so that is a hand buff and he has just one. Okay, that's awesome to know. That he has just one minion out there. Well, I hope for a bad start for him, but I guess it's not happening for me. Oh my god, is Zodiac's already? Really now? And we didn't trigger anything. Oh my mind. Okay, we need some help. Not even sure what exactly do we need here. Reborn, charge Incindius, yeah. Well, not sure. The Frosty Décor will stop the madness for quite some time, but the +4/+4 on this guys. Char and instantly so nice. Well, you know, sometimes. When you're dead turn 5, I guess there is 0 luck involved, just like pure skill, right? As always. As always, though. Oh. Okay. Well, you know, I was thinking about him having like what, a 3/7 or something that summons a copy there. He probably buffed it just to, like, you know, to get it out early, but didn't even think of a Zillion being a thing there, like still in 2025, right? Forgot about it all. It was strong at some point, right? Zilix like this. Because there were a lot of aggro decks with pretty much zero board control, like heavy board controls. But we even had his hex, we just like didn't draw it. Like one hex would be enough for us to survive there. And like obviously if he had to use it, it's probably a game over for him, because he has spent a reserve spot and everything else. Like most of his deck is pretty much garbage, because you just like want to hand buff, and if you just like don't draw, we know for sure he had only one minion, and if you just like didn't draw any more, and it would just like game over for him instantly. So you know, imagine him not high rolling and us like, you know, or us high rolling taxes then. Super Chalice. God, was this dead one? Farsight is actually really good. Let's go. Okay, skip that stuff. This is a little better. That is a pretty good top deck, I would say. Buffs everything else. Spot the difference. Okay, oh my god. Spell Mage. Interesting. Well, Spell Mage is concerning. We need Frosty Décor against the Spell Mage. For a lot of stats and health, right? For a lot of stats and health. We can get a full board clear from here, by the way. Do I want that though? Do we just like want a guy? What do we want from here? Like, what do we want to draw from a Nightmare Lord Xavius? Something like an Incindius with -2 buff, right? Maybe Marin. Razzle-Dazzler is not ease out. Well, what exactly do we want? Like Hagatha. Maybe a Murloc Growfin, by the way. Murloc Growfin is nice. It's not sure that was that good. I guess we're still forced to do that. Okay, let's go. Okay, that is garbage. It's just like pure garbage. Well, this is strong, like all of that is strong, but we're playing against like a spell mage. It's not like something that I want though. I'll just go for the cheapest. We just go for the cheapest. We need like something on the board as much as possible. So we'll go for a Mixologist here. Well, this extra damage from 2-5 is kind of concerning. Like it feels like I made a mistake not destroying it for some reason. Show better. Okay, nice top deck. For some reason it feels like I just made a mistake. I'm not sure why though. This is extremely important card. As I said, we need Frosty Décor because that is a lot of efficient health and damage. Okay, nice. That is why it feels like a mistake, right? Oh. Too much extra damage. Well, not like he deals too much on the board, but okay, if a Primordial Glyph gives him something like a Tsunami, that's too much. No, just a Frostbolt. Okay. Goes for extra damage each time, right? Interesting. Another Frosty Décor. That is true, by the way. I will go with stats this time. I'll go with stats this time. Gain 4. +2 is nice, actually. That's a lot of efficient health here. Let's go with this one. Escape pod. Oh my god, that is strong though. Elementals. Garbage mech. Well, this is fine. Not sure. This is a lot of stats though. This is kind of like efficient 4-3, and this is kind of like efficient 5-5, right? Plus a 1/+1/+1 buff. Interesting. Charge is garbage, like we're choosing in between stats, basically. Let's go with the highest amount of it. Oh, Observing Mistress is really nice. Reborn and doesn't concern me whatsoever. Let's go with an Observing Mistress. That might actually backfire on him heavily there. Do we train? You know, it's just like let's just increase the stats on the board right now. It's kind of like a fine action. Oh. Oh, come on, there's so much damage from this weird card. Okay, we have to like go out like this. Let's do something like this. Let's do something like this. Poison Trap and Red Trap. Okay, Red Trap is really nice, but he spent all of his Seabush Chalices, fortunately. He'll probably not play 3 cards in turn. Like, probably not. Maybe he will, but it's a really much lower chance this time. After he spent all of those, there's only one left. Well, I guess he's going for it. That's 2. He needs 1 more. I guess a hero power in. Okay, goes face. And doesn't attack, right? Nice. That is awesome. Can do this, actually, for a Zilmaster. I guess I'm good with it. Let's go for Hex or a Nebula. I guess a Nebula. Let's go. I want those minions to actually survive here. I want a full board of Zilliaxes just to destroy him. That's oh my. That actually helps to deal with Zilliaxes. He probably has a Galactic Orb. That's a lot of damage, but I will heal everything, so it's fine. So it's fine. Have full house, he will still need to play the Awakens, and still will have a little problem. Oh my god, you give me away a Shudderblock, interesting. 0 cares in the world, right? I have a lot of Nebulas, so... But Zilliax is just too strong. Boom. Okay. Let's you know, let's save at least 1 Zilliax on the board here. Kind of like, you know, striking a lot of damage, but it's not happening though. Oh, he didn't go for a... Oh my god, he didn't go for a Zeri Awakens here. Oh, it doesn't even clear. I forgot it's like a +1/+1 thing. It's actually pretty good. Well, Yawk in the box is your only hope, and another Fury. Oh my god, that is strong, by the way. That is so lucky by him. And a Libra. I don't really have a board clear, bro. What are you doing? What is this? I can lock his board at least, though. He has Zeri Awakens here, right? I can lock the board and attack a face. Oh my god. Dude, that is really strong. Do we go for a Nebula here? It feels like we have to. Like, if Zeri Awakens clear a lot of damage into your face. My god. "16 stats efficiently from a Nebula. 6 hits from here, 1 goes in a 7th. So he clears the full board, right? Of a Nebula. With just a Zeri Awakens. Has a full board clear for 2 mana. My dude. Well, we can high roll the Rush guy that actually attacks the whole board on his side of the board. Oh, that is nice, obviously. Maybe a Rag is... we don't really need a heal. Well, I guess. Is it actually better for us to do this? I'm not sure. I just play a 1/1. just to have an extra mana after. Well, we have like what, 3 allocators potentially from him if he clears the whole board somehow. But we have a lot of stats from his playing Space Rock. And he doesn't have a return anymore, right? And Spell Mage actually has a problem to deal with all those small rocks out there. Well, he goes for his Air Awakens, obviously, here. Has a 3/3 guy left alive. And now his Air Awakens, right? Yep. Photon Cannon. Well, as I said, like, Spell Mages have a really tough time to deal with all of those, like, small pieces so far on the board. He spends so much mana just to do weird stuff, right? Hidden objects, like, you know. No one actually cares about that stuff, right? We can resurrect, you know, Farseer. Farseer is really good. But Frosty Décor is much better. It's probably a right counter spell. Okay, here you go. Let's go with this one. Kinda 1 health, and that is all I need. I don't really want to, like, you know, spend a Nebula like this. Emerald Drake, no one cares. This can resurrect, like, you know, a huge board. You can trade off everything and resurrect a huge board, right? Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, that's how you should, you know, that's how this deck should work. That's how this deck should work, bro. That is, you know, that is pretty strong, I would say. I guess there comes the concede, right? It should come a concede, though. If that is not a Yogg in the Box, another one, or a projector, or I guess he doesn't have a way to actually do that now. Well, here's a Yogg in the Box, why not? Oh my god. What is this Yogg in the Box right now? It starts pretty well. Okay, that is garbage. Okay, that is kind of garbage too. And that is garbage again. Okay. Fine. How much damage do we have? 16. 5. 5. And boom boom. Let's do 2 all, really? Let's go. 3 damage? Or 2-2? No, 2-2 everything is garbage. Go with the 3 damage. Go with the Farseer. Do 3 damage, 2-2 all. Boom, boom. Let's go. That's a lot of stats yet again for him to deal with. Even a projector or like might not actually solve things out. Yeah, it's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's go, my dude. I should probably just forget about it for the game, bro. This one was much better. Much more fire, I would say.
The Thunder King versus
Kel'Thuzad against another mage. What is up with mages these days? Mixologist. I don't really want a Mixologist. I kind of want my 1/2 drops, right? I don't really want a Mixologist this early. I would rather have it with a Resurrect, right? Oh god, a Creature of Madness. That is a nice start. And a Mixologist, yeah, again, okay. Fine. Welcome to the crew, Bram. Oh, it smoothes out our curve here on turn 5, right? It was a one cost spell. If you play it on turn 3, like, you know, if that is a given. But I'm not sure. Scarp Keychain, so it's a Protoss, right? So that's a Protoss. Rumble. Let's try attack and Milestone. That is actually pretty good. I have Draenei now and to buff it off a little. I guess this is stronger in terms of stats and all, you know, let's go with it. Plus we like, you know, Rumble, Nightmare Lord Xavius, Hagatha, and all the good stuff, right? It might be, you know, if it sticks around, it's pretty good. Couple of shield batteries, no one cares about that. Okay, thank you. Nebula, fine. So yeah, Nightmare Lord Xavius is kind of like good and ready to go. Let's see if a Chrono Boost comes out, and it does. Okay. Chrono Boost comes out. We need a hit and a 3/3 here. Oh, that is true. Let's go.
No, not chickens.
I still attack a 3/3 because, like, you know, I kind of want that train, whatever it costs. I don't really want, like, you know, too much of a damaging angel face here.
Another tower down.
Boys in trouble.
I actually had to trade him.
Not chickens.
Yeah, I missed one damage, man. What I missed? Warp game. Oh, I only one as far as I remember. Most decks like 6 days actually run just one. Well, we have a really cool way to regain health after the first Colossus, but both of the Frosty Décors here. Interesting. Like, what do we do? Do we apply pressure, or do we go for a Nebula at some point? Like, for some reason I think that we have to apply the pressure, but I'm not sure we will get there soon, like, you know, soon enough. We just have a Nebula here, which, like, you know, recorded as it is for now. Okay, let's record it. Let's try to do like a Frosty Décor a little later. Maybe it works out for us. Let's record for now. It's really good that we have Frosty Décor out there. And not to flood in a lens. Presents coil on a 6/4, thank you. I guess we go for an Astrobiologist +1 Fairy Tail, right? Oh, Marin. Marin is strong, but not too strong. So let's go with this one. Let's apply some pressure. Let's apply some pressure here. And try to survive till a Nebula, right? And let's see if a Nebula is enough to control the Colossus here. Shouldn't be, though. She'll better in the first Colossus, huh? 16 damage per one. I guess it is. 18 damage. No, Puzzle is a cargo. Okay, that is not strong. I was worried there for a second. We can actually copy the Puzzle Mace of Champions outfits. Oh my god. Outfit is really good. For a Zillax, if it sticks, right? Champions of Azeroth is pretty big deal too.
must ponder.
Outfits. Might do what I want here.
Perplexing.
Let's go probably for a Marine. Probably go for a Marine. How do you train? Like this guy, right?
Relaxation for all, and all thanks to me.
Let's go for a Marine here. I kind of want an Nebula next turn to record that stuff, like, you know, and do some dirty work overall. And we're probably not doing second Nebula instantly after. Because if the Colossus goes out, we need to regain something, right? And here it goes out, but one turn too late. You had it in your hand, right? And you just like didn't do it so far. Okay, interesting.
Drink with me, friend.
Drink with me, friend. Okay. I guess we need a Zill. It's 18 damage from him. 18. Like if you don't really high roll anything with a rush or with a charge, we are kind of dead, right? We have obviously four shots. Actually, Zilliax is better because of Merithra. Merithra will just like resurrect all of those things. And we're kind of like surviving here, the first shot, if he doesn't have 2 more Protoss spells. And, you know, he needs like a photon cannon right now to finish us off, right? Photon cannon. Maybe a resonance coil is enough. Resonance coil should... No, maybe not, right? No, it's just, he just goes for 18 damage, fine. Let's try deals it again, I guess. Oh my god, 1 health. The only problem is that he just like has 1. It's like...
Endure and grow.
Mixologist for armor, maybe. But like if he has a second Colossus, we're dead anyway, whatever we do. We can just go for a Xerx's Crown. Like, why would we need extra 4 health? Like, as I said, like if we are, well...
Perplexing.
Match an outfit, maybe? Let's go.
Job's done.
Swiftly.
No, it's right on lethal. But a Chrono Boost plus Photon Cannon plus a Hero Power is kind of like an instant GG. Okay, he doesn't have anything interesting. Frostbolt, not in our phase though. Thank you. That's all I ask for. Thank you. We don't really have a way to trade off, so a Fairy Tail Forest is not like really good right now. I guess let's go with an add-on. Okay, that is nice. That is an instant heal for 8. And that is another instant heal. Wait, they don't really have a lifesteal? What's happening? Oh, we'll lose it. Town and lose it. Sorry. Sorry about that. That was pretty good. I didn't even think of like that we can pull through this game. It looked like a really strong start for him. I forgot Nebula is not like a lifesteal. Hey there, Flora. Thank you for the follow. So yeah, kind of forgot about it a little bit. I was playing in Rainbow Shaman for quite too much of time ago, I would say. For some reason, I started to, you know, to think about it like as an orbital moon, right? A DK spell that gives a lifesteal and a town. Here it gives like a town and elusive, not a lifesteal zone. Pretty good. Let's go. Interesting. Probably still go for a Murloc Growfin. Miss +1/+1 this way, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's smooths out our curve on turn 3. I guess that's fine. Okay, let's go. Fine. You just go for it with a Turbulus turn 2. Maybe there is another spell mage, you know? Maybe we'll just like need each and every point of stats that we can get. Each and every one. That's okay. Ooh, discover spell. Give a pirate. Well, not our story though. Hello, the things. Dude, you're kind of like too ambitious, I would say. Spot the difference. Exactly, spell range, okay. Just a 3/3, that is fine. And another vanilla 3/3, right? Okay, that's pretty good. +2/2 all. And gain 4 armor, let's go. Do we trade? Do we go things? Yes, we trade. Fine. Next turn is Mars Spawn and Astrobiologist, right? Unless we draw Frosty Décor or a Farseer Nebula, right? And a Farseer Nobundo. And we didn't, let's go. Frosty Décor is extremely good. And DNA won a wave of nostalgia here. This is 100% like, you know, something. Well, I guess I will consider this board the way with nostalgia was possible. But as soon as he clears it off, it's not really good. Frosty Décor is like, you know, 100% stuff. 100% good stuff. Incredible value. Nice card. We can get a fire from an ice crumber, sure. Nature with spirits. It's kind of better. Kinda better. Next turn is probably still Razzle-Dazzler, right? Shadow from here, by the way. Maybe I'll go for a Caribou while you next turn. How about that? That feels weird. Feels weird to go for it this way. Feels a little weird, but let's probably still go for it for a shadow. Shadow or fire. Okay, let's. What do you think, guys? It's kind of like possible for us to play Frosty Décor next time. I guess this is better. Go for it. It's kind of like a huge guy. Maybe we'll find something good. Who knows? Will function yet again from Whispering Memorial Glyph. Okay. Needs stats, and he needs damage, right? Maybe a Razzle-Dazzler is just like better. It's a lot of stats. Let's go. I'm kinda saying this is better. He's at 5. Maybe I'll find Nebula into how it's called, like Alakir, right? Nice. Nice synergy, bro. Oh my god. Really now? Okay, we still have a lethal though. Because we high rolled Nostalgia. Nice, bro. Nice Nostalgia zone. Oh my god. That was pretty good. I was thinking about Nostalgia this game, right? The game got me a chance to try that out. The game is just too kind sometimes. Looking pretty well, like except like we lost like the first game. Like after that, it's still like kind of cool.
Versus Velen. I will go forward at any cost.
For Doomhammer.
Kind of owns this too. Like, you know, it's this bad. Yeah, that's so bad though. Let's see what is up. Oh, that's a nice top deck. Oh, so that is Aviana Druid, right? I was actually thinking about like testing it out, like how well it does overall. It's probably the only thing that is playable these days. Like, I mean, despite Wish Upon the Stars was a Farseer Nobundo. My dude, Once Upon a Time is nice too. I guess this is better. Like, but we don't really have like an innocent to play into the stream. Maybe Initial's Talent is fine. This is like too greedy. Let's not be greedy here, right? Or 6. Do we need 6 mana next turn? It's a nature. Nature. Do we need 6 mana next turn? That's my question. Kinda do. 4 plus 2, right? Fine. Let's go. Let's go. That's kind of like another discount for 4 mana. We hope to draw a Nebula early. Like out of the top of the deck, right? To have an arcane. To have an arcane for an extra discount. After that, like a Farseer Nobundo on turn 5, and then after that, like a Nebula on turn 7. Right? Sounds pretty decent. Let's hope for a Nebula, I guess. 2 out of 20. A little less than 10%. Didn't have. Ooh, wait, hold on. Hold on. Now we can actually get an Nebula here. Now we can actually get an Nebula here. Okay, let's not rush things out, right? After that, a Farseer Nobundo. After that, like a Cabaret. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. He should not be able to well, here's an AVNM for him on turn 5. He should not be able to outvalue billions of Nebulas, right? Should not be able to. Farseer Nobundo for us.
Here further into the cosmos than any before us.
Let's try that off. Because the 6-4 will trade into Aviana. For us.
Fill the skies with a cascade of sparkles.
Turn 7 Nebula, let's go. Pretty good so far. I'm getting even better though.
Melody. Sweetly sotto. I am working.
Let's go. Still have hacks for something like crazy if he gets a train from a Sky Miser AV, Like he has just like 10 legendaries, right? From it. 10 random, like, potentially good, potentially bad legendaries. And he has a lot of draws. He might just, like, spams that stuff. Might spam that stuff, though. Oh, bottomless torches, man. And gets a couple of legendaries for one.
Time is running out.
New hands, okay, let's go. Show me the goods, chill mode. Strong. Another one. No, he doesn't want to. Because that will be just like a 6-6 there. Oh, you have a Joy Meister. Okay. Interesting. Another Frosty Décor is fine. Maybe Lightning Storm is good too. Maybe a Lightning Storm is good too. I'm not sure. I guess a Frosty Décor is fine. Let's record. Let's record that stuff. Okay, fine. Much better.
Keep it together. Keep it together.
Much better. Let's go. Let's see what happens here. He was keeping a chill mode specifically for this to actually deal 3 damage, so next chill mode should not, should not trigger him. So she'll land herself for 0 reason, for just like in a 0 way to clear at least a little, right? Now we have both of the Frosty Décors, I would say. How about that? Sounds really strong. Turbulus first, no one cares. Sounds really strong. Should be a concede any time, I would say. Because next turn, 2 more Nebulas are coming. As I said, like, Aviana should never outvalue that stuff, like, even with 10 legendaries. Should never be able to do that. Symbiosis doesn't solve things out. Spark of Life doesn't solve too. Okay, come on, man. I was quitting another game zone. Dream.
Running out.
Dream for 4-4. How much damage do we have? 12. Well, okay. Flame Strike actually, you know, denies that stuff, but two more Nebulas. Nice Emerald Drain, by the way. And a Shield Boson. Oh my god, strong. Let's go. Cannot skip a Space Rock here. Cannot skip a rack here. Let's go. Okay. Let's go. Well, should be good. Should be good. He can trade into an 8/8 just like to deny one death rattle, right? But I'm not sure like what is he going to do with more. We still have like another Fairy Tale of Slime here for another Nebula, yet another one, right? And we have more Nebulas in our deck zone. We still have a Merithra, right? To actually summon even more of these guys. To summon like Slime, to summon like Space Rock, Ragnaros, Mork, right? And a Red Giant. That's like kind of like at least 5 plus an Alakir. And what else? Oh, I guess that's it, right? I don't remember like what we summoned like here in the previous time. Lumia, well, Lumia is nice actually. Lumia is strong. I guess that is a hex target, right? I guess that is a hex target zone. Swipe into something, destroy something, okay. Kills a rag. Interesting. Instant GG. Instant GG, bro.
I shall stand down.
That was not enough to outvalue a Rainbow here. Okay, one more for this deck, and that's it, right? It looks solid. It looks solid, though. It looks really solid.
Rastakhan versus Mal'Ganis.
All shall tremble.
Let me survey the realm.
Oh, turret really against a Warlock? No, not really good. Let's see what is up. Warlock doesn't have like a lot of ward clears. But the problem is that they have how Will of Death, right? Do we want Nebula here or Frosty Décor this way? I guess a Nebula, obviously, right? To increase the chances for slime into a Nebula. Let's see what happens. Like, if that is a fatigue or something, we might just like apply too much pressure with this. Might not be able to actually do something for it. So we are good to go here. Need a swarm. What kind of like Pokemon that is? I can't remember. Like whatever I take out with the Rat is not dead from 2 Murlocs here. Don't have a Rat here, unfortunately. Might have it a little later, but not now. Obviously, the Ultra is covered. No one could ever question Zazzle. He also has another one. This is garbage. Do we even go like for dirt? Like, do we ever have a turn for dirt right here? Do we ever dare? What kind of minions does he have? It could be starship pieces. I don't really want to take them out. Not what I want. Could be starship pieces. We hate that to happen, to help him out to actually build a starship zone. Yep, exactly what it is about. Okay. Again, do have the red turn here. 0 Draenei. For Crimson, right? You can hack this stuff.
Deloa, speak to me.
That's not bad. That's not bad, I would say. We have a Razzler now, which is not like really pity. We hope for a Frosty Décor top deck, probably. Cannot go infinite here, at least that happens for us, minus a Killjoy zone. And we don't really have a Killjoy, so he will have something like above the Bartender in his deck, but it's not working like he wants it to. We can draw minions, by the way, from Bob the Bartender here. Do I want something from him, except like a Teslas? Like, except that... I'm kind of like having a really hard time here to play anything. I guess we're drawn. What is that? Draw a minion, get to Cockspin. Hagatha, awesome. So we have all the Nebulas in the world right now, right? Any we can, you know, even fit. Any we can fit, so... Need another Triangulate, right? For this to be even good. I guess we don't. I guess we don't have it. So we have a Razzle turn right now. After that, we hope for like one for top deck of a Draenei to get rid of a Crimson Summoner for a couple of relays. Okay. Oh, that is strong. We might die. 10 cards. Might die, you know. That is our only turn here. No, not really. We have like a here to try to find 3 damage plus 2 to everything to reduce the damage. But I don't believe like we're winning if that happens for us. Nice. My god, bro. Nice 1-4. 4-5 taunt is at least something, I would say. Murloc Growfin destroys 1 next turn. Still 8 damage into our face, after that 8 more. And destroys a 4-4 Mortal Coil, let's go. That is nice. Second defense, Crystal, no one cares. Farseer Shard on a 4-4. I guess we're dead. I guess we're dead, right? Because the 1-4 just like does nothing to them. Well, we have a turn with the Mixologist to find
For my glory.
to find 2-2 everything and 3 damage. Or a freeze. It's not like we have a choice.
shaken or stirred.
Found a freeze. And 0 damage.
I will not
50-50, right? But is it enough though? Okay, that was a nice try, you know? That was a... Oh my god. That was such a nice ride. I enjoyed it so much. Well, that was a really decent deck so far. That is what I call a decent deck. And it performs really well. I can't, like, you know, if you ever wanted to play a shaman, I would actually say, as far as to play this deck, just if you like a shaman, if you want to play like some kind of like interesting decks for a shaman, this feels nice. It feels like, you know, kind of like a controlish meta with a mid-range kind of like shenanigans, but you still have an awesome value in the late game with a Farseer Nobundo. It was like all of those Velen and stuff, like, you know, all of these things so far like gives you tons of value, and you have like a gazillion nebulas there overall from like all of those lances, like, you know, triangulates and all of the good stuff. It's just like crazy, and sometimes people will obviously lack what it takes for them to clear it off, and that is really strong. Like I really like that. So if you're not like that turn 5 like we were that like against the hunter, or if you're not like that turn like whatever 6-7 like when we are dead like here in this game against a warlock, you know, or not even an aggro deck, right? If you're not dead like this early, if you're like survived long enough to actually get a first Nebula out, you'll probably win. So this is kind of like a really good consideration. I would actually try to play it if I like, you know, if I aim to tackle you know, a shaman each day, I would actually go for this deck. Make sure to let me know how you think about like all of that stuff, what just happened in front of you guys in the comments, right? Hit that like button, hit the sub button if you're still watching it. You know, if you are you know, hitting a legend with any of my decks, make sure to let me know. And check that join button, you know. Check the join button. Maybe you'll like to thank a streamer at some point. If you ever wanted to do so, make sure to do it. But for now, that is it for Rainbow Shaman.